Good morning. Students, please rise for the prayer.
लपे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्म की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, दूरे दुनिया से मेरे दम से अंधेरा हो जाए, हर जगह मेरे चमकने से उजाला हो जाए, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिंदगी ओ मेरे परवाने की सूरत यारब, इल्म की शम्म से हो मुझको मोहब्बत यारब, हो मेरे काम गरीबों के हिमायत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, निक जो राह है उस राह पे चलना मुझको, लपे आती है दुआ।
Pledge. India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. I love my country and am proud of its rich and varied heritage. I shall always strive to be worthy of it. I shall give respect to my parents, teachers, and all elders. I shall treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and to my people, I pledge my devotion. In their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness. Jai Hind.
Good morning. Today's thought of the day is brought to you by Susan from class 10B. This is a quote by Albert Einstein. You never fail until you stop trying. I repeat, you never fail until you stop trying.
Good morning. Today's news is brought to you by Sanjana and Adil from 10B. School news. A Webby Fair was co-hosted by the Choice School on 26 June 2021, Saturday, which gave the students of the senior school a glimpse into the universities that they have for their future education. District news. The construction of the Iria Bridge has been postponed. This has led to widespread protest in the district. In a single day, 2 national records of Rubik's Cube has been broken by a student named Advait from Kakanad. Kerala news. Anil Kant has been appointed as the new Kerala police chief. No new construction can take place in the theatre zone of the Udumbanchola Taluk. National news. Using hand-free devices to attend phone calls and text messages while driving can lead to the suspension of one's license. All international passenger flights has been postponed till July 31st. International news. China aims to create 50 million new urban job opportunities by 2025. Singapore reduces the stay-home notices for high-risk countries, including India.
Sports news. England knock out Germany in the Euro Cup round of 16 with goals from Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane. Switzerland shock world champions France in the round of 16, winning the game in penalties. Wembley is set to host the Euro 2020 final with 60,000 fans on the 11th of July. COVID news. The daily COVID count in India remained below 1 lakh for the 14th day in a row. The country reported the lowest daily rise in COVID cases in 88 days. Kerala recorded 1,300 new COVID cases, with the test positivity rate being recorded at 9.7. 81 lakh doses were administered across the country. It is the highest number of doses administered in a day since Jan 16.
Today's news ends here. Thank you and have a great day.
Good evening, students. I'll be a guide through this discussion about what's next after high school to explore your options.
I really don't want to listen to you talk about people who went Ivy League colleges.
I've heard this before. Wait, what am I even doing here?
They are right. You're probably just going to talk about people who went to Harvard and Oxford and were geniuses and super successful. We know.
Well, you're partly right. The person we'll be talking about is a successful man, but he didn't attend any of the top universities. We will be talking about Steve Jobs.
Wait, are you saying Steve Jobs never went to college?
He did, but he dropped out of college within 6 months. But today, we know him as the founding father of one of the world's biggest tech companies, Apple. Okay, so let's begin. I invite the renowned historians, Dr. James and Dr. Matthews, to give us a brief insights about Steve Jobs.
Good evening, students. Today I'll be discussing the life of Steve Jobs. Lights out, please.
You want to drop out, but why? Steve, your parents worked really hard to pay for the college tuition at Reed College. Don't you think that'll be all a waste?
I'm sorry, but I don't see the sense in my parents paying for such a meaningless education. I'd appreciate it if you didn't inform them until I had a chance to explain my decision.
Alright, Steve.
Okay, so like you just saw, Steve Jobs dropped out of Reed College after around 6 months of classes. He did, however, continue to take calligraphy classes, which he later said inspired him to design Apple's multiple typefaces and proportionally spaced fonts. Anyway, moving on with the video.
Alright, Steve. I think we're almost done with Apple One.
Yeah, although we had to sell your Volkswagen and my scientific calculator, it's worth it.
How about we celebrate a bit?
With champagne? I don't think we have any.
No, apple juice.
To sum up what you just saw, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne created the Apple I computer in the Jobs garage. I'll be passing on the baton to Dr. Matthews, who will be continuing the narrative.
Within around 4 years, Apple became a publicly traded company. Then Steve Jobs hired John Sculley, the marketing expert from Pepsi-Cola, as the CEO of Apple. But after Apple II, most of the products did not sell well. Let's see what happened next.
Steve, your designs have not been doing it anymore. IBM has surpassed us in sales. They're just not cutting it anymore. We're gonna have to let you go.
Wait, you don't mean to say...
Yes, Steve, you're fired.
So Steve Jobs found himself fired from his own company. But instead of sitting on his couch and weeping, he decided to start another company, Next Inc. However, this wasn't a very successful venture, and the company was bought out by Apple. However, Steve Jobs returned to his initial post as CEO of Apple in 1997, when Apple was on the brink of failure with plummeting sales. He then proceeded to revitalize the company and brought them back to their current level of success. Let's watch a little news clip from that time.
Good morning, world! The year is 2007 and the year belongs to Steve Jobs. Despite having been fired from his own company humiliatingly, Steve Jobs came to the rescue of the dying Apple Incorporated in 1997. Now, the company has a profit of almost $1.58 billion.
Like I just explained, Steve Jobs had heroically rescued Apple from failure. After that, it was an upward climb. Jobs himself had a net worth of about $6.5 billion as of 2011. He continued his work and break glass ceilings one after another until he resigned in 2011 due to health reasons. And that brings us to the end of the presentation.
Steve Jobs isn't your classy rich guy who went to a good college, got a good job, and then became successful. To quote the man himself, the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the people who actually do.
Thank you for enlightening us on this topic. It is very encouraging to know that it is okay to fail and that what matters is that we keep trying and put in hard work and effort. You have proven that success is not accidental and that the important thing is to keep persevering and continue to be tenacious.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can be the world, you can beat the war, you can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can be the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
First, I would like to thank God Almighty for keeping us safe during this pandemic.
I would like to thank our beloved Principal Ajit Sir, our Vice Principal Annie Ma'am, our Section Coordinator Jayashree Ma'am, and our class teacher Uma Ma'am, who has been a pillar of support and inspired us during these tough times to do our best.
A token of appreciation to our Vice Principal Annie Ma'am and Principal Ajit Sir for giving us this opportunity to conduct our assembly in spite of having online classes.
Last but not the least, we would like to thank you, our beloved audience, for listening to our assembly. Thank you all and have a great day ahead.
Silence time. School attention, choice anthem.
Before class. Our hands we fold, our heads we bow. This is dear God, enlighten our minds, strengthen our memories, and direct our wills towards what is right.